Today, we explore the life of Russell Crowe, a man who faced hardship yet rose through determination to global fame. His journey is full of passion, struggle, and triumph. Born in 1964 in Wellington, New Zealand, Russell dreamed of acting long before the world knew his name. From a young age, he carried ambition in his heart, even as life tested him early. He proved that true heroes are not born but forged by fire. Long before gladiator fame, he fought battles at home, chasing every small chance to prove his talent and spirit with unbroken will. His story is not just a tale of movies, it is a testament to human resilience and passion. Every setback, every rejection pushed him closer to the man he would become on the silver screen, inspiring millions. In this journey, we will see how a boy with no connections became an Oscar winner through sheer willpower. We will witness his quiet moments of doubt and the roaring successes that came after. Russell's path was neither smooth nor straight. This opening is only the first glimpse into a life that teaches us about grit, heart, and the power of relentless pursuit and unyielding purpose. Throughout this story, you will feel his pain, celebrate his victories, and understand the price of pursuing a dream against all odds. His life speaks to everyone who dares to dream. So embrace this tale with an open heart. See how Russell Crowe turned every obstacle into fuel. Let his journey inspire you to stand tall when life pushes you down. His performances would shake audiences, but his greatest role was always his own life, filled with scars and triumphs. Prepare to witness a man who never stopped fighting. Now let us dive into the world of a true warrior, on-screen and off-screen. Welcome to the saga of Russell Crowe, the gladiator who fought life itself in spirit. This is your invitation to step into his shoes for a moment, to feel his fear and courage. Are you ready to discover the real Russell Crowe beyond the legend? Russell's childhood began in Wellington, New Zealand. His parents worked hard to support the family. Money was tight, but their home was full of love, laughter, and lively conversation every day. His mother was a costume designer and his father worked in electronics. Creative energy filled their small home. Young Russell watched his mother create magic with fabrics and colors every evening. At age 4, he stepped onto a stage for the first time. A school play offered him a taste of applause. The thrill of being watched sparked a flame deep inside him, one that would guide his future. By 10, his family moved to Australia. The change was hard. New city, new school, new friends. But Russell carried his love for performance like a shield, keeping him strong when he felt lost. In high school, he joined the drama club and the soccer team. He excelled at both, but drama became his passion. Teachers noticed his talent and encouraged him to keep acting, even when he doubted himself. His teenage years were stormy. He fought with classmates and teachers when he felt misunderstood. Yet those conflicts taught him to channel anger into roles, making his performances raw and powerful. Sometimes he spent whole nights writing poetry or practicing monologues alone in his room. Acting was more than fun. It was a way to understand his own emotions and the world around him. His family struggled to pay rent, but they always made time for encouraging words. His mother told him that every rejection was an opportunity. His father taught him to work hard and stay focused. At 17, Russell left school to pursue acting full-time. He worked odd jobs, waiting tables, cleaning sets, anything to earn money for acting classes. His days were long, his path uncertain. He auditioned relentlessly. Some days he faced one rejection after another. He learned resilience early. Every no made him refine his craft, study characters more deeply, and push harder. A small role in an Australian TV show came when he was 19. It was not glamorous, but it was a start. He felt the rush of seeing his face on screen and knew he had found his calling. Despite the small success, he still lived in a modest apartment and drove a worn-out car. He shared stories with fellow actors about their dreams, creating a small community of artists in the city. Those early friendships were vital. They practiced lines together, shared meals, and supported each other through every failure and each tiny victory, making their bond unbreakable. At 21, he landed a leading part in a stage production. Critics praised his performance. It was a turning point. People began to see him not just as a loud teenager, but as a serious actor. Yet doubts lingered in his mind. He questioned if he could ever break into Hollywood. He worried about money, fame, and losing himself. But each performance gave him confidence. By the time he turned 23, he had built a reputation as a versatile actor in Australia. Directors sought him for challenging roles. He felt proud, but also hungry for more. These formative years laid the foundation for his career. They shaped him into a man with a deep understanding of pain, joy, and empathy, qualities that would define his acting style. He learned that home was not a place, but the people who believed in him. His parents' love and sacrifices became the roots that allowed him to grow, even when the storms of life raged around him. Looking back, Russell often said he wore his past like armor. Every struggle, every rejection gave him strength. This childhood, though imperfect, was the forge where his spirit was tempered. Russell's early friendships extended beyond acting. He loved music and often jammed with local bands, finding comfort in rhythm and lyrics. Music, like acting, became a refuge for his restless heart. He also trained in boxing and martial arts as a teen. The physical discipline taught him control and focus. His body became as expressive as his voice, adding depth to his stage presence. At 16, he faced his first major heartbreak. A close friend died in a car accident. The loss carved a wound in his spirit. He channeled his grief into performance, finding solace in dramatic expression. That sorrow made him understand character depth. He realized that true acting required tapping into real pain. From that moment, his craft became a mirror reflecting his own life and emotions. By 18, he had acted in over 5 stage plays. Each role taught him something new: patience in tragedy, joy in comedy, and humanity in every character he portrayed on stage. His mentors encouraged him to explore different genres. He played victims, villains, and heroes. This variety shaped a flexible talent, ready to tackle any challenge Hollywood might offer one day. As he approached 20, Russell stood at a crossroads. He could stay in Australia, where he had a growing reputation, or risk going to the United States. His heart pulled him toward the unknown path. He chose to follow his dream. He packed his bags, bid farewell to family and friends, and stepped onto a plane bound for Los Angeles, carrying only his ambition and a suitcase full of hope. Arriving in Los Angeles, Russell faced a new world of auditions and rejections. He stayed with friends, slept on couches, and went to dozens of casting calls with fierce determination and unwavering belief in his craft. His first Hollywood role was a small thriller as a troubled teen. The role went unnoticed, yet he valued every moment on set, learning camera angles and how to bring truth to a small part. He impressed a casting director who offered him a bigger part in an indie film. He won the role of a soldier in a war drama, showing intense presence and a subtle, vulnerable side. That film premiered at a small festival, and critics praised Russell's performance. Soon, agents began calling. He proved that even a small role could change everything when performed with honesty and heart. In 1995, Ridley Scott cast him in a major historical drama. Russell played a man torn between duty and desire. Working with such a director taught him discipline, patience, and respect for his craft. Soon, he was offered a role in a biopic about a famous musician. He spent months studying the musician's mannerisms and history. The film let him blend music and acting, creating a layered, memorable performance. In 1999, he delivered a breakout performance in a drama from a master of investigative films. Playing an insider, risking all to expose the truth, Russell's raw energy and dedication won critical acclaim. That year also saw him star in a sports drama as a determined boxer. He trained for months, boxing daily to transform his body into a fighter's. His performance showed both strength and deep emotional complexity. All this momentum led to the role that changed his life, Maximus in Gladiator. Ridley Scott offered him the part, and Russell felt this role was his destiny. He read the script and sensed something transcendent. Before filming, he trained in horseback riding, sword fighting, and intensive fitness. Working with fighters taught him how to move like a warrior. Every movement, every breath, came from months of exacting preparation. On set, he built a deep bond with co-stars and crew. He treated Maximus's story with reverence, knowing it mirrored his own struggles. His performance captured both battle's ferocity and a father's tender grief. When Gladiator premiered in 2000, audiences were stunned. They saw not just a character, but a man fully committed to his role. Critics lauded him for bringing raw emotion and dignity to a story of vengeance and honor. At awards season, Russell won the Oscar for Best Actor and accepted with humility, dedicating it to family and early supporters. His speech echoed the journey from hardship to triumph and inspired many. After Gladiator, offers poured in. He chose roles that challenged him: a troubled mathematician in a biopic about genius and madness, and a strict law enforcer in a musical that required singing and deep emotion. For the biopic, he studied complex math theories and spent hours with the mathematician's family. He embraced the role with curiosity, transforming himself physically and emotionally to honor the real person's legacy. In the musical film, he practiced singing daily with coaches, learning to convey emotion through melody. He surprised many by delivering raw, powerful vocals that reflected his character's inner conflict and resolve. Throughout the early 2000s, he balanced blockbusters with independent films. Collaborating with visionary directors, he sought roles demanding emotional honesty, refusing parts that felt shallow or purely commercial. He formed a production company to support emerging filmmakers. He believed in telling meaningful stories and mentoring young talent. His company backed indie films focused on social issues and human resilience. As a producer, he learned the business side of filmmaking: budgeting, marketing, and distribution. He faced new challenges, but discovered that guiding a film from idea to screen was as rewarding as acting in it. In 2005, he starred in a sports biopic as a real-life boxer facing hardship. He trained in old-school gyms, sparring with veterans from boxing's golden era. Critics and fans praised his authentic transformation. In the late 2000s, he took roles in epic tales, historical dramas, and crime thrillers. Each project deepened his reputation as a versatile actor able to inhabit any era with authenticity. He won numerous awards, including a major international prize for a riveting performance as a tormented detective. This role cemented his status as one of his generation's finest actors. While acting, he explored directing. He directed a small indie drama about family conflict, working closely with his cast to craft an intimate, raw narrative. Critics praised his debut for sensitivity and realism. In 2012, he took a supporting role in a grand musical adaptation of a classic novel. Though brief, his presence and nuanced performance earned accolades, reminding the world of his lasting power on screen. Over the next decade, Russell balanced film roles with TV appearances. He starred in a limited series as a sports legend and produced a documentary on environmental issues, showing his commitment to art and activism. He also rekindled his passion for music, touring with his band and releasing an album. The experience deepened his connection with fans, showing that his artistic spirit was not confined to the screen. By 2020, he had acted in over 50 films and earned more than 40 awards and nominations. His name became synonymous with commitment and excellence, and he stayed a sought-after collaborator in the industry. This period included a reunion with Ridley Scott for an epic saga, where Russell played a seasoned warrior guiding a young hero. The film was a success, and critics noted the depth he brought to his mentor role. He also produced and starred in a political thriller inspired by true events. He played a whistleblower, risking everything to expose corruption. His performance was hailed as fearless and timely, proving his relevance. Today, Russell Crowe chooses projects that challenge him and speak to his heart. He splits his time between acting, producing, music, and philanthropy, proving that his passion for art extends beyond fame. His career achievements highlight his evolution from vulnerable young actor to seasoned artist. Every role, big or small, told a piece of his story of resilience, authenticity, and relentless pursuit of truth in art. Through his work, he inspired countless actors and filmmakers to chase authenticity. He showed that success is not measured by fame alone, but by the impact one leaves on audiences and the legacy created through art. This concludes the journey through Russell Crowe's career and achievements. His story reminds us that true artistry comes from the heart and that every role is an opportunity to change the world. Despite his fame, Russell faced storms. Negative press often painted him as hot-headed and difficult. His temper clashed with industry expectations and caused tensions on many sets. One notorious incident saw him clash with hotel staff, leading to a public scandal. Reporters dragged his name through the mud, questioning his professionalism and character. Directors hesitated to hire him after seeing headlines. Some agreed he was talented, but many feared unpredictable outbursts could derail expensive projects. The weight of criticism felt crushing. In interviews, fans heard apologies and glimpses of regret. Russell understood his actions hurt his career, but at the time, his anger felt louder than reason. Behind closed doors, he wrestled with guilt. He sought therapy and anger management, determined to prove he could change. He knew that talent alone would not save him. It required growth. In 2004, one film fell apart because of his behavior. Co-stars refused to work and production halted. He watched a dream project dissolve, realizing his reputation could destroy opportunities. Financial woes followed. Lawsuits demanded hefty sums. He drained savings, paying legal fees and settlements. The financial pressure added to his emotional burden, creating doubt about his future. He retreated from Hollywood spotlight. For months, he stayed off screens, focusing on family and reflection. He began reading about meditation and found comfort in silence. During this hiatus, he moved to a quiet farmhouse away from Los Angeles. Surrounded by nature, he reconnected with the simple pleasure of daily routines, cooking, gardening, and being present. He studied mindfulness and learned to control his emotions. He wrote in journals, exploring the root of his anger. The process was painful, but it slowly chipped away at old patterns. When he returned to acting, he took smaller roles to rebuild trust. He chose character parts that required empathy and nuance, proving he could cooperate and stay grounded on set. Critics watched closely. Some praised his evident growth and humility, while others remained skeptical. But Russell welcomed constructive feedback and committed to continuous improvement. In 2009, he faced another blow when a film he produced flopped at the box office. He invested heavily, believing in the story's power. When it failed, he tasted public disappointment again. Doubt crept back in. He wondered if he had lost the creative spark that once defined him, yet he refused to quit. He reminded himself that failure was part of every art. He reached out to fellow actors who had faced similar downturns. He listened to their stories of losing roles, reputations, and faith. Their resilience inspired him to push forward. Russell began collaborating with emerging directors who valued his wisdom and experience. These new relationships were based on mutual respect and shared passion for storytelling. One project in 2011 reunited him with actors he once clashed with. They approached him with caution, but he showed a new calmness. The film finished without incident, and reviews highlighted his renewed professionalism. The financial strain remained. He sold a prized property and cut expenses. His lifestyle shifted from lavish to modest, reminding him how quickly fortunes can change. Meanwhile, media scrutiny continued. Every minor misstep risked splashing in tabloids. He learned to speak cautiously in interviews, choosing words that reflected understanding rather than defensiveness. Personal loss struck when a close friend and colleague passed away suddenly. The grief reopened old wounds, but he faced it with the emotional tools he had developed. He used grief to strengthen his acting. He poured raw emotion into roles that demanded vulnerability. Audiences saw a new depth in his performances, arguably richer than before. By 2013, Russell felt stronger. His challenges taught him patience, empathy, and humility. He understood that success without growth meant nothing, and that each failure could be a lesson. He took a bold step in 2014 by producing a low-budget documentary on mental health. He wanted to share his journey and help others facing similar battles. The documentary received accolades at film festivals. Viewers praised its honesty. Russell's willingness to reveal his struggles touched many, offering hope to those in pain. Still, uncertainties surfaced when offers for major roles dwindled. Casting directors worried about past issues resurfacing. He accepted that rebuilding a career could take years. Rather than dwell on lost opportunities, he doubled down on craft. He attended acting workshops and studied new techniques, ensuring he remained relevant in a changing industry. By 2016, he secured a meaningful role in an independent drama. The character was flawed and complex, reflecting aspects of Russell's own life. Critics lauded his sincerity. Every challenge, every scandal, and every setback molded him into a more compassionate artist. He learned that authenticity resonated more than perfection ever could. Russell's failures became chapters of a larger story about perseverance. His life taught him that true success emerges when one dares to face pain and grows from it. As he closed this chapter and moved into calmer waters, he prepared for the next phase, knowing that challenges would arise again, but confident that he could weather any storm. After rebuilding his reputation, Russell returned to the spotlight with a series of powerful roles, each reflecting his journey. His work in a gripping thriller showcased a man wrestling with conscience and integrity, earning acclaim for raw authenticity. Audiences felt his intensity in a crime drama where he played a detective haunted by past mistakes. Every scene revealed new depths of empathy, illustrating how his own growth informed his performances and resonated with viewers. In 2015, he portrayed a conflicted politician trying to balance power and morality. His nuanced interpretation highlighted the complexity of human nature and showed younger actors how to blend strength with vulnerability on screen. That same year, Russell produced a film about a small town struggling with economic collapse. The project gave voice to overlooked communities, underlining his commitment to storytelling that reflected real people's struggles and resilience. Critics praised his ability to choose roles that mattered. He refused projects driven solely by box office potential. Instead, he selected characters echoing human flaws, inspiring empathy, and sparking conversations long after audiences left theaters. His theater company also flourished. He directed several stage productions highlighting social justice themes. Audiences and critics alike admired his seamless transition from film to theater, reinforcing his status as a versatile artist. Beyond acting, Russell's music career deepened. His band released an album addressing personal struggle and hope. Fans connected with his lyrics, seeing a man who had overcome hardship and could translate pain into art. He extended his influence by mentoring young actors. Workshops he led focused on emotional truth, showing participants how to draw on life experiences. His mentees often praised his generosity and insightful guidance. Philanthropy became integral to his legacy. He supported mental health charities and donated proceeds from special screenings to support veterans. His advocacy emphasized that true success involves lifting others as you rise. International film festivals honored his career with Lifetime Achievement Awards. Colleagues spoke of his fearless dedication, while casting directors highlighted his growth from volatile talent to a reliable collaborator who elevated every project. Scholars studying modern cinema cited his roles as benchmarks for method acting. University courses analyzed how he used personal pain to access authentic emotions, inspiring a new generation of actors to embrace vulnerability. Even critics who once doubted him acknowledged his transformation. They praised how his later performances balanced raw power with empathy, proving that personal evolution can enrich artistic output and captivate diverse audiences. Russell's legacy extends to his production company, which funded indie films addressing environmental issues. He believed cinema could spark change, and his films often initiated community discussions about sustainability and social responsibility. His impact on Australian and New Zealand cinema remains profound. Emerging filmmakers credit him for paving the way, showing that homegrown talent can attain global recognition without compromising authenticity. In interviews, he emphasized that each role contributed to a larger conversation about humanity. He said art should hold up a mirror, forcing society to confront uncomfortable truths and celebrate shared resilience. Fans continue to revisit his classic performances. Gladiator remains a staple for action enthusiasts and drama lovers alike. Movie lovers still quote his lines, finding inspiration in Maximus's journey from loss to purpose. His versatility also inspired actors across genres. Comedy actors admired how he could pivot from a dark thriller to a lighthearted role without losing credibility, proving that adaptable talent can transcend typecasting. Russell's approach to fame also influenced celebrity culture. He often declined extravagant premieres and opted for intimate screenings to engage directly with fans, showing that humility can coexist with stardom. His personal story motivated countless people beyond cinema. Memoirs of fans describe how his perseverance inspired them to overcome addiction, pursue careers, or heal emotional wounds, demonstrating his influence reached far beyond screens. Today, Russell balances life with continued passion for art. He splits time between filmmaking, theater, and music, always seeking projects reflecting his values. His legacy is a mosaic of creativity, resilience, and purpose. His life reminds us that true success lies in growth, empathy, and commitment to truth. His journey from youth's turmoil to legacy's heights teaches that when we fight our inner battles, we illuminate paths for others to follow. Thank you for joining this journey through Russell Crowe's life. We hope his story inspired you to embrace challenges, pursue your passions, and remain true to yourself, no matter the obstacles. What can we learn from Russell Crowe's resilience and artistry? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know which inspiring figure you'd like to hear about next. If you enjoyed this story, please hit like and subscribe to English Weaver. Your support helps us bring more motivational stories that teach English and life lessons together. Remember, every setback can be a setup for a comeback. Keep believing in your potential, and let Russell Crowe's journey remind you that perseverance conquers doubt. Feel free to suggest future topics or characters. We love hearing from you and can't wait to share the next story that will help you learn English through real-life inspiration. Until next time, thank you for watching. Keep your heart strong, chase your dreams, and stay tuned for more stories that ignite both mind and soul. This concludes Russell Crowe's saga for now. We appreciate your time, and we look forward to our next adventure together. Stay curious, stay passionate, and never stop weaving your own story. If you have questions about this story or want additional resources, leave a comment, and we'll gladly provide extra materials to help you learn English through stories. Goodbye from English Weaver. May Russell Crowe's life remind you: fight fiercely, love deeply, and act with integrity in all you do. As we close this chapter, remember Russell Crowe's journey from humble beginnings to global acclaim, showing that true strength comes from facing adversity with heart and honesty. His story teaches us to embrace failures as lessons and to pursue our passions relentlessly, even when doubts cloud our path and obstacles seem insurmountable. Thank you for joining us on English Weaver to explore a life defined by grit, talent, and transformation, reminding us that every setback can lead to greater resilience. We hope Russell's experiences have motivated you to believe in your potential, face challenges head-on, and never surrender to fear, just as he did throughout his career. Don't forget to leave a comment below sharing what resonates most with you. Was it his rise from rejection, his devotion to craft, or his courageous comeback? What can we learn from Russell Crowe's unwavering commitment and unfiltered authenticity? Let us know your thoughts and spark a meaningful conversation. If you enjoyed this story, please hit like and subscribe to English Weaver so you can receive more inspiring tales that help you improve your English. Share this video with friends who need motivation or love cinema, and let Russell's legacy ignite their pursuit of dreams and creative passions. We'd love to hear who you want us to feature next. Which figure's life story would help you learn English while feeling inspired? Comment below. Until next time, keep exploring stories that enrich your mind, strengthen your spirit, and expand your language skills with passion and purpose. Goodbye from English Weaver. May Russell Crowe's life remind you to fight fiercely, love deeply, and pursue integrity in every step of your journey.